Hello, everyone. I'm Kara Lovehart, the director of the New Visions Holistic Expo for this year. We are in our 20th year, and I am really excited because we're going to be doing a series of videos this week and next, getting ready for our big event on August 13th and 14th at the York Expo Center. We're going to be introducing you to our vendors and some of our speakers. And so today I want to introduce you to Rachel Hartenstein of Third Eye Candles. So let's bring her on and let's learn a little bit about what Rachel does. Hello, Miss Rachel.
Hello there.
So I was really excited that you were joining us as a vendor because I actually have worked with you as a colleague professionally. You've come to work with us at Firefly Hollow. And so I was really excited to hear that you had a candle company. So I want to know kind of first on your background and a little bit about how you got into the holistic healing realm.
Mm. My background and now what I do is an energy healer and meditation coach. And when I was at Firefly Hollow, I was doing sessions and I was also teaching or leading yoga nidra classes. So that was super juicy. But what I do now, what I'm focusing on is these candles that I make that are an outgrowth of my healing practice. I one day I was just making candles as Christmas gifts and had a lot of fun making candles, but then it kind of came together that I can put healing and intention into these candles. And so then someone can take that home and have that every time they light that candle. They get that healing and that love and prayer that I have for them, for the best in their life. And the reason I think that's really important is that we can go to a healing session or have any experience that is really transformational and important in healing, but really true change happens over time and with our continual focus on bringing that change and healing that we want. And so this is a way that you have it with you all the time. You can light your candle every day. And so that's why I love them. That's why I make them. And
Well,
yeah.
anybody that's that passionate about what they're doing, the love and just the joy that you're putting into your work, when you love what you do, the money will follow, is what my one greatest business coach had taught me. And I think that when you are also a customer and you're looking to buy any product, or if you're looking to get a service with someone, if they're really in it and their heart's really in it, the whole experience is different. The experience is just really usually top notch. So, as far as the healing candles go, I want to ask you some questions about that, but I want to ask you first, what does holistic mean to you? Because some of the
Mm-hmm.
people that come to our expo, holistic could mean a lot of different things depending on people's perception of what it is. So, I want to know what
Mm-hmm.
holistic means to you.
Uh, Holistic for me, I guess, comes back to the really it's been a knowing that I've always had that there's more than just the physical. And that means, especially with my own health and well being, that there's only so far I could get if I just looked at the physical and what's right in front of me. And so exploring energy and the unseen and understanding how my mind and my emotions, my thoughts, my beliefs, everything, how that all goes together, and that's really the only way to get at it in the end, is that to be looking at the whole picture of who we are.
So, that whole shift in your awareness and anyone's awareness when they have that, like, oh my gosh, there's something more here, that changes so many lives. And we've seen it time and time again working at New Visions Books and Gifts at Firefly Hollow. And anyone out there who's a holistic practitioner, or you've worked with holistic modalities or services or products, like, it's like it completely changes your worldview and can change your life dramatically in amazing ways. So I love that you're incorporating just this awareness of energy into your definition of holistic. It's true. So for me, at least. So as far as your company goes and your products, I want to know a little bit about how you got to make your candles. What are they, what's the special thing about them? Because so many people have like beeswax candles, soy candles. Sometimes they use fragrances that are more synthetic. Sometimes they're more natural essential oils. So what is it that what's the magic that you're putting into your candles other than the love and energy?
Yes, that is the magic. But I also very carefully and intentionally chose the materials that I use. So they are 100% soy wax, which is number one, clean burning, and also very long lasting. So you get a lot more burn for your money with these candles. And the fragrances are all essential oil based. So there's nothing synthetic, there's nothing gnarly in them. So that they are clean and they're not putting anything into your environment or your personal space that you wouldn't want. It's just the healing. And though some of the fragrances are strong, they're actually very subtle when you burn them, because I don't want people having that kind of Yankee Candle experience where it's just like, whoa, scent. Because partially a lot of people are sensitive to scent, and I even do an unscented candle that's just the pure light and love. But even the ones that are scented, it's not something that's going to invade your experience. It's about meditation and turning inward and supporting, you finding that whatever it is and that healing and creating peace and a sense of love and tranquility in your space. And so I wanted something that would support that. So that's and then yes, like the special magic of the love that I put into them when I'm making them. That makes third eye candles.
I think for people who are really sensitive to that stuff, it really, really makes a big difference. It really, really does. And even, companies that there's so much more draw and need for companies that are like B certified corporations or companies that are doing really good, have good hearts and good missions and a good mission and good ethics and morals and just who they are as a person. They're pouring that into their business and their work and their products. So yeah. So I want to ask you about this expo. This is our 20th year. And again, we have over 90 vendors. We're at the Memorial Hall, York Expo Center in the York Conventions, York Expo Center, York Fair. I'm curious if you've ever been to the expo as an attendee, because I know this is your first time being a vendor.
Yes, I'm super excited to be a vendor and a speaker and a sponsor. I'm just so excited about this event, but I've actually never been myself. So I'm super excited to be a first time attendee as well. Because what happened was just before COVID and everything shut down, that was when I was planning that summer to attend for the first time. And so I've been waiting these last couple of years, literally like checking the website every once in a while to see like, is it possible? Are they coming back? I'm waiting to see. And so I was super excited to see that it's scheduled, it's happening again. And so I finally get to be there.
So if anyone out there is watching this that feels the same way as Rachel, like we've had so many amazing community members that have messaged us like last year, and they're like, "Are you doing the event again? When's it coming back?" So for those of you who may be new to this event, we have an amazing community of people that have been coming forever. This is a really more than just an expo. This is an event where people of like minds get together. So if you're out there listening to this video, like I'd love to hear you comment if you're one of those people that like, I've been waiting for this to come back. Because I know that there's a lot of you out there, and it's really cool that you didn't even go to the event and you still were really looking forward to coming to it before we
Yeah,
had to cancel in
and when I
2019.
talk to people about going, I hear from a lot of people who know the event, who have been going in years past, and it's definitely like that's part of the excitement I have, is knowing the history of it, and all that has been there before is there and will be part of that in this new year. So yeah.
I love your excitement. I love your excitement so much. And we're going to share more in the next coming week with some of the history and some of the vendors that have been with us for 20 years. Like there are
Mm.
some vendors that are like amazing. They've been with us forever, and everyone always looks forward to seeing them every year too. So I have another question for you. Anything as far as if you were new to a holistic expo and this was like your first visit to an expo like this, it can be a lot of really cool things. You get really excited, but then it can be overwhelming in a good way where you're like, whoa, what do I do? So, is there anything that if you were attending for your first time to a holistic expo, what would you point out to go and do first?
I love that question, because uh, I mean, part of the reason I'm so excited is just that I love events like this. It's almost like my business is an excuse so I can be a part of and be at these events, all the time. Um, I just, as someone interested in holistic wellness and healing and spirituality and just that, the exploration of all the amazing things that are out there in the world that we have no idea because we haven't encountered them yet. Like, this is the place, these kind of events is the place to go because the variety of vendors and all the things they're offering, you will find these amazing things that you didn't even know to look for and will bring something really powerful and meaningful to you. But my advice as a first timer, especially for a larger expo like this, and I love this when people come by my booth and they're like, "I'm just checking, I'm just looking," is like, yes, do your first walkthrough where you just kind of look and peruse and get a feel for what's there, and then you'll know what you're kind of drawn to go back to and explore some more. So, don't let it be overwhelming. Just kind of take it lightly, just walk it around and soaking it in, and then you'll know where to go next.
I love that piece of advice. It's actually what I do when I go to events like this. That's exactly what I do because I'm like, what do I want to do? So I think that's perfect. So you are a sponsor for us this year. And so we are really grateful for that. And you're also a speaker. So would you be able to enlighten us a little bit about what you're going to be talking about for your speaking engagement with us?
Yes. So we're going to talk about relationships and boundaries and energy. So this is one of those prime examples I mean, it's been so important in my life. It's been fundamental in my life is understanding that there's so much going on in our interactions with people that's unseen, that is the energetics of it. And so if you try to, especially problematic relationships, if you try to address it with just the words and what you see in front of you, it's only going to go so far. But if you start to get in the energetics and understanding that interaction that's also happening between people, and that's actually the true communication and conversation that's happening between people, that's it's so powerful. It like helps you bring that power in a good way, but that power, like that sense of yourself and strength of yourself in your interactions, you get that stable place to start from then in all of your interactions with other people. And so we'll talk about that and some examples of just kind of what goes on in relationships, and then explore some really like simple but fundamental energy tools in starting to shift into that place for yourself.
I think it's really timely because over the last couple years, we've had a lot of dynamics that have come up in just differences of opinion, differences in, our awareness and how we communicate, and how do you navigate a dynamic that you feel that's happening between you
Mm-hmm.
and someone, but there's no words and there's no body language, or even like, when you meet someone, you just don't get a good sense. Like, what is that? There's some sort of, it's like a primal, like animalistic something about you senses within the other person that just doesn't jive. And so how do we navigate that? I think that
Mm-hmm.
that is very relevant to the times. So I hope you guys check that out. That is, again, our speaker schedule is up on our website. I'll put that in the comments here for this video because I want you to check that out because there are amazing speakers that we have. But Rachel, you want to make sure you don't miss out on Rachel's talk. Other than that, Miss Rachel, I just want to honor you for being our sponsor this year, for how much heart and love you're putting into your business, and also the surprise goodies that you're adding into our swag bag. So I'm just going to kind of share that with everybody. I encourage you to buy tickets online. You can, of course, buy them at the door, and you can buy them at New Visions Books and Gifts in person at the store. But I encourage you to buy them online if you want to get in the door first on Saturday or Sunday, because this year for our 20th anniversary, we have only 100 on each day of bags that we're giving away. So these are lovely because they're filled with all sorts of goodies. And Rachel, will you let us know what you're putting in the bag?
Yes. So I've put a coupon into each bag to come visit me at my booth and get a free candle. So I'm so excited to make these candles and have them there to give out and share with everybody. So you'll have your own little bit of this love to take home with you.
So if you didn't hear that again, you get a free candle. And there's a lot of other really cool free stuff that we're giving away that all the different vendors are putting in there. So I encourage you to look inside your swag bag, especially because we have some readings we're giving away, some body work, some products. So we're basically going to, in randomly in some of those bags each day, there will be like, it's like a lottery. There's going to be like a random door prize in some of those bags. So you want to like look in your bag and say, did I get the door prize? Did I get the cool surprise? Not everyone will get those, but most every bag will have the same thing in it. Just some of them will have this extra, like a really, amazing reading with someone or a bodywork session or a product. So I encourage you guys to buy your tickets online so you don't have to wait in line at the door. If you don't have to wait in line, you're more likely to get hold of one of those bags because again there are only 100 that we give away on Saturday and Sunday when you enter in and when we open at again 10 a.m on the Saturday. So we want to make sure that you're aware of that time. Other than that, thank you so much, Rachel, for coming on. Everyone, please stay tuned. Tomorrow, I will be interviewing another one of our vendors who is a sound healer. So if you're interested in learning more about that, check us out. And again, share our event with everybody. This is an amazing event, really high vibes, good people, good vendors, good like-minded people that you want to definitely meet there too. So feel free to share the event around and we will see you guys next time. Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome. It was
Bye.
a pleasure. Bye.